Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here, and in today's video, going to be talking through a couple player props I like on Prizepicks for today's MLB slate on Saturday, June the 8th. For Saturday today, we got a full slate of games. A lot of the games today do start kind of early in the afternoon at 4 o'clock Eastern time. There is a game at 1 o'clock that's in London between the Mets and the Phillies. And then we have most of the games today starting at 4, have a few games later in the night, but I've got some early player props, guys, I do like for this slate on Saturday. 2 props we're going to talk about in this video. So as always, before we do get started breaking down the plays, if you guys do enjoy these Prizepicks videos and if they do help you out, make sure to hit that like button down below. I do always appreciate the likes. Hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And if you guys are new to Prizepicks and if you don't have an account on Prizepicks, you can sign up, linked down below in the description, or just use that promo code NOAH. When you sign up for Prizepicks, you'll get your first deposit matched up to $100. And if you haven't heard of Sleeper, we do also have a partnership with Sleeper. You guys can check them out, linked down below in the description, or again, just use that promo code NOAH over on Sleeper to get your first deposit matched up to $100. Now, if you don't know what Sleeper is, they are a DFS pick'em app, very similar to Prizepicks, where you're just picking more or less on player projections. You build out your entry. You can make up to an 8-pick entry. On Sleeper, you can win up to 100x your money. And Sleeper, they do give out a lot of promotions, a lot of discounts throughout the week. So if you play on there, you'll see, they'll give out like free squares sometimes. They'll give discounted, points props for NBA, discounted strikeout props for MLB, and you can, put those in your entry. And if you're a new user, they do give out free squares to all new users. So they'll just give you a free pick that you can use towards any entry. I think they give you multiple free squares to use if you're a new user. So if you don't have an account on Sleeper yet, again, guys, you can sign up and you can use that promo code NOAH to get your first deposit matched up to $100. Before we talk through our props for Saturday, guys, I do want to recap the 2 plays we gave out in Friday's video. And Friday was a really good day, man. Cashed both the plays we gave out Friday. Hopefully you guys did tail. We took Chris Sale for more than 38 pitcher fantasy score and Garrett Crochet for more than 16.5 pitching outs. I know that Crochet line did get bumped up like as soon as I posted the video, but even if you took the bump line at 17 or 17.5, he still went over that. And then Chris Sale had a really good start. I think he went 7 innings, had like 10 strikeouts, only gave up 2 runs. Pretty easily went over his fantasy score. So relatively sweat-free cash on Friday. Hopefully you guys tailed. Had a really big day in the Patreon as well. Gave out 6 plays on Patreon. Got a full sweep in the Patreon plays. You can see these are the props I posted on Patreon. Got the Chris Sale play in there. I also played Crochet's over fantasy score. Once that line got posted, I really like that prop. So I kind of doubled down on Chris Sale and Crochet yesterday. I usually don't do that, but I felt really good about their spots. Like both those spots a lot. And then you can see the other props we took. Every prop I give out on Patreon, I give a full write-up for, just like I do in these videos. I give out kind of like a breakdown of why I like each prop. I'll give you some stats, some sportsbook odds, stuff like that on why I'm taking each prop. I do that on Patreon too. So if you guys want to check out the Patreon, you can see all that I do offer. Get our Prizepicks plays. You get access to our Discord chat where we post, or I don't really post anything in Discord, but you can chat with me. You can chat with other members of the community. Definitely check that out if you are interested. Only $20 per month, less than $1 a day. It's linked down below in the description. Let's try to have another good day today. Coming off a full sweep yesterday, hit both of our plays. We gave out on YouTube. Let's try and run it back for this slate. So talking through the props, guys, that I like for Saturday. The first prop we're going to take a look at is going to be a pitcher strikeout prop, and the one that I'm looking at here that I do like is going to be Luis Castillo, more than 5 strikeouts. And let's talk through this prop and why I like this on Luis Castillo. So Luis Castillo does get kind of a tougher strikeout matchup here against the Royals. The Royals this season have actually done a pretty good job of not striking out. If you look at where they rank this season in terms of strikeout rate versus right-handed pitching, they're only striking out at an 18.9% clip, which is 3rd lowest in the league. Only the Astros and the Padres have struck out less against right-handed pitching this season. But even if you look, like in his recent start against Houston, a very low strikeout team, Castillo was still able to get 6 Ks. And so far this season, he has pushed or gone over this line in all but 2 starts. And the 2 starts he didn't go over, you can see he only had 3 Ks in 5 innings against the Yankees. That was a tough strikeout matchup. And then he had 2 Ks in 6 innings against Baltimore. If you look at Luis Castillo's numbers this season, like he is still posting decent strikeout numbers, 25.3% strikeout rate. He's historically been a guy that can get strikeouts. He's historically been kind of like a 25 to 30% strikeout guy. just throughout his career. And this season, 25.3% K rate, which is well above league average. And he still has a well above league average chase percentage and whiff percentage. So he's still able to get, or he's still getting a lot of batters to chase his pitches. He's still getting batters to swing and miss at his pitches. And that's what we want to see. We want to see our pitcher getting chases, getting swings and misses, because obviously those lead to strikeouts. And even though this is a tough matchup for Castillo, facing, again, a Royals team that doesn't strike out a ton, this line of 5 just feels too low, especially for a talented strikeout pitcher like Luis Castillo. And I was looking at the Royals lineup. So the Royals typically have at least 5, sometimes 6 right-handed hitters in their lineup. And if you look at Luis Castillo's splits, he has always had much better strikeout numbers against right-handed hitters than left-handed hitters. So far this season, 31% strikeout rate against right-handed hitters, and against left-handed hitters, only a 19.1% K rate. So he's been able to strike out righties at a much higher clip than lefties. So anytime Luis Castillo can face a bunch of right-handed hitters, that's always going to be better for him to get strikeouts, just because he strikes out righties at such a higher clip. And currently the Royals do have 5 righties in their projected lineup. The lefties are Vinny Pasquantino, MJ Melendez, Adam Frazier, Kyle Isabel. Now, Castillo might have a tougher job getting strikeouts against those lefties, but he definitely should be able to get some Ks against the righties in this lineup, especially like Hunter Renfroe. He'll strike out. Salvador Perez will K a little bit. Michael Garcia, Bobby Witt aren't super high strikeout guys, but again, Castillo's numbers are so good against right-handed hitters from a strikeout perspective that I could still see him getting some Ks against those guys. So I do think this line of 5 is a bit low on Castillo here. I feel like it also, like this game being played in Kansas City, is another reason why this line is a little bit lower. Kansas City's ballpark has been a very hitter-friendly ballpark this season. I feel like if this game was being played in Seattle, Castillo's K prop today would probably be like 5.5 or 6, but because it's being played in Kansas City, they're kind of docking him for that. And while ballpark obviously does matter, I don't think it's going to have too much of an impact on his strikeout numbers. I mean, if he's got his good stuff, he'll still be able to get 5 Ks here. I feel like we can at least get a push with this line, if not 6+ Ks from Castillo. This is more backing the talent of Castillo than anything. I know the matchup is tough for strikeouts, but Castillo's a really good K pitcher. He's got good strikeout stuff. This line of 5 just feels a little bit too low for him. I'd be fine playing this to 5.5 if it were to get bumped. I don't think it will. But I think at 5, I do like it quite a bit. So that's our first prop for tonight. And then the other prop that I like is a hitter fantasy score. And we're going to go down to the late night game, Astros and Angels. And I'm liking Jose Altuve more than 7 hitter fantasy score. And let's talk through this prop on Altuve and why I like this one. Now, for those of you that are maybe new to Prizepicks, if you don't know how fantasy score is calculated, it's pretty simple. Just click scoring chart right here, and you can see how hitter fantasy score gets calculated. For every single, you get a 3 points. For every double, 5 points. Triple, 8 points. Home run, 10. And then RBIs, runs are both 2 points. Walks, hit by pitch are both 2 points. And then if your batter gets a stolen base, that's 5 points. So that's how hitter fantasy score is calculated. And Altuve here, I do like the matchup for him a lot against Tyler Anderson. Tyler Anderson has been really, really lucky this season. If you look at Anderson's numbers, he has a 2.37 ERA, but a 4.49 expected ERA. So there's definitely some negative regression coming for Tyler Anderson. He's definitely gotten lucky to only have a 2.37 ERA. Like, he's still giving up a lot of hard contact. He's not really getting much ground balls. He's a very low strikeout pitcher. So we should see the Astros putting a lot of balls in play here. And Altuve has historically had really good numbers against left-handed pitching. Tyler Anderson is a lefty. This season, Altuve's numbers have not been as good against lefties. He's only batting .258 against lefties this season, compared to .295 against righties. But if you look at throughout his career, he's batted .321 versus lefties in his career. In 2022, Altuve actually batted .340 against lefties, so he's historically hit left-handed pitching very well. I know his numbers this season have been a little bit down, but he's historically hit lefties well. He does have some decent numbers against Tyler Anderson in his career. He's faced him 17 times. He's 5 for 17 with a home run, 2 extra base hits. So he's batting .294 lifetime off Tyler Anderson. And Tyler Anderson, he mainly throws his fastball, and he relies heavily on 2 pitches, and that's fastball and changeup. Anderson throws a fastball about 40% of the time, changeup about 35% of the time. If you look at Altuve this season, he has hit fastballs very well, batting .333 against fastballs. It's the pitch that he has definitely hit the best this season. Now, Altuve has really struggled against changeups this season. He's only batting .136 against changeups. Really struggled against that pitch. But Altuve's historically hit changeups well. Like last season, he batted .250 against changeups. He actually hit changeups really well in 2022. Batted .290 against that pitch. .397 WOBA. So, his struggles this season against changeups are a little concerning. But, Anderson's going to throw a lot of fastballs as well. And that's what Altuve really hits well, are fastballs. And again, Altuve's historically had good numbers against left-handed pitching. He's had decent numbers against Tyler Anderson in the past when he's faced him. This line of 7, I do like the over here for Altuve. I think we definitely can see the Astros put up some runs here against Anderson, who, like I said, is due for negative regression. The Astros do have an implied run total near 5 runs tonight, so Vegas is kind of expecting some runs from the Astros here. Altuve should be leading off for the Astros, so he's going to have a very good chance to possibly get 5 at-bats. And, Altuve does offer a lot of upside from a fantasy score perspective. If he gets on base, he can steal bases. He has stolen 8 bases this season, so, all it could take, like if Altuve gets a single and a stolen base, that's 8 fantasy score right there. Like, that's all it takes. I mean, there's a lot of ways that Altuve could go over this fantasy score line. I know lately, you look at his game log, it doesn't look pretty. He's kind of been in a slump, but hitters, man, they can, pop off any game. Like a hitter could be on a super cold streak, 0 for their last 10 or something, and then, suddenly they get a good matchup and they go 3 for 3 with a home run. Like there's a lot of variance with projecting hitters. The best hitters can go 0 for 4 any night. The worst hitters could, go 3 for 3 any night. I don't take hitter props a ton, I'll be honest, because I think there is some variance with hitter props. But if I do find a spot that I like for a hitter, and I think the projection is, lower or maybe higher, depending on if I'm taking the over or the under, I'll play it. I don't take hitter props a ton, but when I find a spot that I like, I will play it. And this is a spot that I do like for Jose Altuve. In general, it's a spot I like for the Astros. I think the Astros definitely can put up some runs here on Tyler Anderson, who, like I said, is due for a lot of negative regression. So these are going to be the 2 props we roll with for Saturday, guys. Luis Castillo, more than 5 strikeouts, and Jose Altuve, more than 7 hitter fantasy score. If you guys are going to tell me on these 2 plays, let's hopefully hit both these plays tonight, make some money. I always appreciate you guys watching these Prizepicks videos. Make sure to hit that like button down below if you enjoyed. Hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And again, guys, if you don't have an account on Prizepicks, sign up. Use that promo code NOAH to get your first deposit matched up to $100. And if you want more Prizepicks plays from me than just the picks I give out in these YouTube videos, check out the Patreon, linked down below in the description. We have a ton of props get posted there every day. We have a Discord chat as well where you can chat with me. You can chat with other members of the community. $20 per month. It's less than $1 a day. If you're interested, that is also linked down below in the description. But that's all that I got for tonight, guys. Good luck on this slate. Hope you guys enjoy your Saturday. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you guys in the next video.